Hello everybody, welcome to another unboxing. This time I have a game by Gamelyn Games. Well, why don't we just go ahead and open up this mailing envelope and we'll see what we have in store for us. Now, this is, as you can see, Tiny Epic Quest by Scott Elms. And it is chock full of everything. This is the deluxe edition of the game. Now, my reward, and I'm going to give the disclaimer now, I back this with my own funds. All the opinions and views on this product are mine and mine alone. I was not gifted this. This is not a review copy. This is my own personal copy that I have backed. So, let's go ahead and grab our knife of face maiming. And just so you're aware, this is for 1 to 4 players, 60 minutes, and ages 14 plus. Now, I'm getting old. My eyes are having a hard time picking up those letters on that very, very, very small text there. So, Gamelyn, if you're watching this stuff up here, I think you need to increase the size, probably to the size of these, so that we older players can actually see this. So, yeah, there's the plastic. Let's get rid of that there. And this is very nice. It's got the UV coating, the logo and everything. You can see it shiny and everything. Very nice box. The boxes are always constructed relatively nicely. And here we go. Inside we have the dice grotto, where we can see first, second, third, and any order after. I have not read the rules. I do not know how to play this game, so as with all my Kickstarters, take what I say about this with a grain of salt, because I have not learned how to play it yet. Let me get my headsets out of the way here. So the first thing off the top, we have the Tiny Epic Quest rulebook. Now, just like all the other Tiny Epics, this is very, very nicely made. There's a lot of information in here on how to play it, of course, because it's a rulebook, and you can see all the examples, and it tells you how to do things. We'll be getting further and further and further into this as we go along. And then on the back we have a nice dice symbol to know what the dice mean. The next thing off the top is a slightly bent expansion, because I don't think they really expected that this would get damaged in that way by putting it into the box the way they did. So let's take a look at the damage of the cards. Yep, you can see that they are all completely warped, but they are linen finish, and they don't feel like they're 310 GSM, but this is the mushroom expansion. You can take a look at this. I'll have to put this under a heavy book. We'll see how that fixes things up. It comes with these little mushroom meeples. Let's pull it back. There we go. You can see it. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it looks like. Yep, 7 mushroom meeple and 3 of these. And here is its instruction booklet, nice and small. And contents are 7 golden mushroom tokens and 3 golden grotto map cards. And it gives you all the gameplay. It's a very small rulebook, so you should have no issues with that. Now let's get this back in the bag. I'm going to have to put these in sleeves and put them in like a really heavy spot to get them fixed so that they're not completely damaged and borked like they are currently. So off to the side, and let's see here. We have next meeples and items. So let's open the bag up and let's take a look at these meeples. The thing about the meeples and the items is that the meeples, and go ahead and just pull one of my favorite colors out, well, my favorite color, period, out of here, and we'll take a look at this. These meeples are plastic, and they have holes, and these holes are used to hold tools. And let's see here, there's 1, 2, 3 of each color, green, red, blue, and yellow. And does that match up with what we have in the components list? We should have 12 heroes, yep, and 3 of each. 12 legendary items, sword, shield, and staff. 1 set for each player. 12 treasure items. And an item rack and stuff like that. So let's see here. Here are the items, and I'm just going to set them out here on the table. And we have like little shovel. And there's the peg that goes in the hole of the meeple. And the sword. These are very nice little... These are highly detailed. You can't really see it, but they do pretty well. And we've got a lantern. Let me hold it by the peg so you can see it. There's a lantern, and here's a shield. So there should be 4 swords, 4 shields, and there are indeed 4 swords and 4 shields. There are 4 like staves or wands. Here we go. We've got, looks like, grenade and a key. I think that's okay, yeah. We have like a pan flute for a bard, a bow, and a boomerang. These are really tiny pieces. Looks like we have a gem for the thief type, a book. So you can guess that's probably for a magic user. And let's see here, what is this? This is a butterfly brooch, it looks like. Let's see here, put some shade on it. Yeah, there you go. And we get a crook. So those are all the items. And of course we've got a potion as well, or it looks like a little jug. And I think that's it. So we should have 1 set of shields and swords, and then the wands. Sorry, I'm not showing this on camera. So that's that, and then there should be 12 more. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All of them are there. I'm trying to count components as I run across them so that you guys can know that what I have is what is advertised. And we'll go ahead and get these in here. I'm going to see some minor issues with these because they're cool. They're definitely very, very cool. The only problem is big fingers and clumsy people, and I have both. So I have a feeling that unless I'm very, very careful with these, I'm going to be losing them. Unless we can permanently affix them to our meeples, but then that would be against what this whole thing is about. These are supposed to be interchangeable. Alright, so let's go ahead, and I'm going to put a sword in one of the green meeple's hands so you can see what it looks like, and I'll grab a shield as well. So let's see here, let's grab the shield, put it in the left hand because I am a righty, and then we'll put the sword in the right hand. And that's what your meeple with your items on it looks like. And that brings so much to the game. It's surprising, just that little change brings so much to the game that it's very, very odd that it never happened until this game. So we've got that. Alright, we've got our meeples, we've got our items. Let's continue on with what else is in the game here. Our next step is this bag, which I'll put the meeples and the items back in so they don't get lost. I am going to have to get little baggies. I've got them around, but I'm going to have to put these all in their own individual bags so that they don't clog things up. So we have custom dice. We should have 5 custom dice. They're adventure dice. And they are all engraved. They have 6 different sides, 1 symbol each. So there's that one, and the fire looks like a scrying or magic, and then a scroll. And on the top we have like a fist or a punch, and then this looks like a monster or a shield or something like that. And each one of the dice are the same. So let me just get them set up so I can hold them up for you. There we go. So those are all the dice. They all have the same faces. So what you're going to be doing is rolling them in here, and you'll be able to do actions and stuff based on those results. which is one of the other reasons why I love this game, because I like dice games. And I like dice games that attach, either treat dice as workers or attach actions to those dice. Now, so here, the next thing, we have a deck of cards. So we have some Rest and Adventure, and as always, it is great when I see this happen. When I get decks that are heat wrapped in place, it irritates me. And of course, you have gone through enough unboxings to know that, because when the plastic is heat sealed, it's very difficult to get the cards out without damaging the card in one way or another. Let's get that in. I got a little garbage bag there. I was just joking with the plastic there. Let's go ahead and pull this out. Now, these are linen. Yep, and these are definitely high quality cards. So we've got different colors. We've got green, blue, and yellow Rest, and well, there's Adventure on this side, and on the other side there is Rest. And it looks like we have red as well. So I'll put that on the back with those. So we have by foot, by griffin, by raft, by ship, by horse. These seem to be all the different ways you can move. And I will show you. It shows that the directions that you can move on the map based on the type of transportation you use. And then here's the back of the regular cards, and we'll go through those. Let me pull the Adventure and Rest cards out of the way. So each of these all have the same epic quest back, and we go to the front, and you'll see we've got Battle the Twin Krakens, Sweep out the Temples. So this is basically all the quests that you'll be going through in the game. I'm not going to show you all of them or talk to them. They have really nice art, like this, Discover a Lost Treasure, but I'm going to leave the rest to you to figure out and experience. I don't like giving away spoilers on cards and stuff like that, because to me, part of the fun of playing a game is the surprise of what you run into during the game. So let's get these guys back in their shrink, because until I get them sleeved, this is where they're going to live. And that's why I always keep the bottom part of the shrink, so that I can keep the cards from sliding all over the box and getting damaged. Alright, next up we have the item rack and a bunch of tokens. Now these are max health and max power markers, and it looks like we've got goblin tokens in here and spell tokens and stuff. Let's pull out the item rack. So we have one item rack. And it folds together like this. So you put it together, and it's going to allow you to put your stuff on there. So you'll have room for all the items in the game. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 12 on each side. So one side is for all the legendary items, and one side is for the non-legendaries. Alright, set that aside. The goblin tokens. Oh, and then this goes in between to keep it from falling flat. So, yeah, might as well show you. It's fine. Get this together. Alright, now, this is tricky. I don't want to damage it or anything. There we go. Get that in there. And then this is going to sit right down here at the bottom like this and hold it together. So there you go. You got the item rack all set up and ready to go. And it looks like it sort of bends the pieces a little bit. So I don't know why this wasn't done on a little foldable board, but I'm not the designer. That's a whole nother thing. I'll pull out 2 examples of the goblin tokens. So we've got a green side and a red side, as you can see right here. So there's a bunch of those, 16 of those. Let's get the other things out here. we've got our max power and our max health tokens. They look like little chevrons. And interestingly enough, we didn't have to punch these out. They were already punched out and in baggies for us. And that's it. That's all that was in that bag. So let's go ahead and get those put into the top of the box. And I will put them away after I'm done with the unboxing. You don't need to watch me rebox what I unbox. Alright, next we have some wooden tokens. And this is where we have our health and power tokens. We have magic icons. So let's see here. This is the magic token. Looks like a mushroom to me. And then we've got the first player token. And we've got magic and a little orange face, which is the round token. So this is how you're going to track the round on one of the cards. These are all spell tokens for one for each player. So a lot of this can be split up into its own little baggies and put around. Let's go ahead and get that there. We have some health tokens. All right. Let's see here. Yep. Here are the health tokens. They're little hearts. You can see the fronts and the backs in this little baggie. And they'll go on your cards. We'll see those in just a moment. And finally, we have power tokens. And of course, you can see the front and back of those. There we go. And I assume that has to do with the magic. Now, we should have 4 player cards, which are right here in the back. One for each color. And I'm just going to pull out all the ones that are different. So 17 map cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So here are the map tokens. And by the way, I'm just going to grab a pack of sleeves, because I will tell you exactly which sleeves these will work with, and then I'll show you these. They work with Games MDG 7148. I think we have another one, but they're 88 by 125, which are made specifically for the game, and I'll show you that these work really well. So here we go. Let's go ahead and sleeve the first map card. Should slide in nice and neat all the way down. And we have some nice border around the edges. Hope you can see that. It's not all that big at all. Less than a millimeter all the way around. So we've got some really good sleeves for the game as well. I am going to be sleeving the crap out of these. So here we go. Here's the map cards, and they've got a front and a back. And you'll be moving around this during doing your quests. So I'm going to go ahead and set these over here with these. Next up we have the magic. Nope, this is the round marker. This is the round card. And on the back is a map. But this will tell you everything you need to know about the current round. This is the magic track right here. And down at the bottom you can see it's got spell library. There are 2 sides. It might be that they're slightly different. I can't tell anything apart of it from it right now, but I'll find out more about what that does later. And let's see here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and I seem to have 2 extras. Okay. So here are the 4 player cards, and you can see we've got like different colored adventure on the back. Let's see here. There we go. Green, yellow, red, and blue. And we'll just show you the greens. Right here you can see we've got the level and the health. At least I believe this is the level up here at the top. Or it might be experience points. Or it might be, yeah, it's... as you go up the track, you're going to get some power and some health and stuff like that. And max 3 per +1. Again, I don't know how to play the game. But that's a lot of information on that one card. So those are all the player cards, and then I seem to have an extra yellow and an extra red, unless there was like a typo on the yellow and the red, then that could explain the extras. And that's it in the box. We've gone through over all the components, and we have a nice Tiny Epic Quest graphic on the inside of this box. So this has been Tiny Epic Quest by Scott Elms, produced by Gamelyn Games. This is a Kickstarter deluxe version that I pledged for. So until next time, please enjoy playing games. Enjoy playing Tiny Epic Quest. As always, this is Excalibur, and I am out. Let me throw this on the keyboard, why don't I? Because I am graceful. See what I mean about the clumsy thing? I'm going to lose stuff with this game. Relatively soon. I don't know. I haven't seen if it's on Amazon or not, or on their website. And yes, I'm super clumsy.